Hello, everybody. Hey. Gail, I just need to check the link so I can actually see our comments coming through. How are you doing? What's
I'm
the
all right,
time there?
thank you.
11:30.
11:30. Yeah, we're an hour behind.
That's crazy. I don't know why we don't do daylight savings. It's just, I've never understood it. If you are joining us, please let us know that you are here. Comment. I'm very excited that I get to chat to Gail. We've spoken before, but normally after a workout, and now it's a little bit different. Is Louis coming to watch you, by the way? Is he going to be here? Hopefully.
I don't think I told him.
Oh.
Surprise!
Hello.
Hi, Louis.
I wonder if he's going to be joining. I'm sure he will come. I'm just waiting for the link so I can see any comments. So just let us know that you're here, guys. Comment. Little lunch break. This little half an hour chit chat. Hello, Ames. Oh, fabulous. How come I can't click the link? Hello, Leslie. There's Leslie. Fabulous. Oh, maybe that's because I need to click. No, Auntie Pat is here. Sorry, team. I'm just trying to find the link. Oh, there. Wait, I can see us. So Auntie Pat is here. Hello, Sarah. Lovely to see you. Karen Moffat is here. Pat's here. No one else yet, but that's fine. Gail, right. Now we've got lots of time to chat, which is exciting. Karen, hello. But now, for those who don't know you, where are you in the world? Because you sound like you're in South Africa.
I sound like I'm South African, which I am, but I've moved to London. So I live in London. I've been here for the past 21 years.
21?
21 years.
I didn't know that. Why did I think it was so much less than... Gail, how do you not have an accent yet?
I think, I want to keep my heritage. So to everyone here, we sound more British. And when we come back, everyone goes, we sound British. But I think I sound South African. So
I think you sound very South African.
A bit of home. I've taken home with me.
Exactly. And you could, someone could say that you moved there last week. You don't even have an accent. And Gail, are you married? Do you have kids, like family over there, dogs, cats?
No, not married, no kids. One day I'll get there. But
no
dogs no dogs or cats or anything. I'm a dog lover, but where I live we can't have dogs. Yeah. So I get to see a lot of dogs in the park when I go. I was about to say,
places in the UK aren't exactly massive to have dogs. No. Now, team, there, Mel's here. Hello, Coach Saki. Sam's here. Hello, Kim. Hi, Tiny. So team, so remember, I'm hoping that some of you watched last night, but obviously we are launching we have launched, and going into August is Women's Month, and we are looking to celebrate women that we find inspiring, Jeff heroic women, and last night I had a chat to two amazing ladies, and I actually phoned Gail yesterday as well and said, could she speak last night? And she was busy. So then we arranged us to have a chat today, because Gail is undoubtedly one of those Jeff heroic women. The hashtag I'm sure will come up. You are incredible. You are so inspiring, and you're such a good human being as well. I mean, I know that sounds... you're so genuine. You just got this amazing warmth and energy about you. You've got so much compassion. You love the community so much. You've done so much for everyone else, which is amazing as well. So you're definitely one of our Jeff heroic women, and I'm so excited I get to chat to you again. So team, that is why we train with Gail. Some of you would have seen that there already been beautiful posts out around. Some people have celebrated specific women, and they've hashtagged Jeff Heroic Women. And remember, you need to do that, interject together, so that you can stand a chance to potentially win that 3-month voucher on the one-on-one. And the winner is going to get announced tomorrow night with Jules. But in order to make that cut, you have to use the hashtag, otherwise we're definitely not going to see it. So if you haven't done so, please do that. It's so cool reading everyone's stories. But now, Gail, your story. What did you just tell me like 5 seconds before we went live? What happened yesterday? What was yesterday?
So yesterday,
that's just crazy.
I worked out I've been on Jeff for a whole year. So I started on the 27th of July. So yeah, 365 days. I can't believe it's
365 days on the one-on-one.
Yes, on the one-on-one with Louis.
Oh my word. With Louis. Is Louis, I wonder if Louis is here. I don't see him.
It's with Louis. He needs a medal.
Don't tell him that. His head's going to get too big. No, it's incredible. 1 year, a whole year. It's
yeah.
I mean, if you compare your life then to now, I mean, and I know that's a difficult question to actually answer, but what's been like the biggest change for you between who you were then and yourself now, I suppose?
Well, obviously from a physical point, massive weight loss from a year ago. I was actually speaking to friends yesterday and they were saying they can't believe the difference in a whole year. So I think in total I've lost 45 kilograms in a year. So so it's been very good. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I don't actually sometimes recognize a person, or if I see old photos I go, that can't be me.
Who is that?
So that's been a big change. And obviously a lot of colleagues, they haven't seen me since we were in lockdown. So some colleagues see me now and they're like, what have you done? So I'm always telling them about Jeff. And then we go through it. But also just a more deeper change, actually. So I'm much happier. Like I was always confident on the outside, but on the inside felt like I was really disappearing and my personality was changing. So that was why I decided to do it. And I thought if I can't do it in lockdown, there's never going to be a time to do it. Because I work in events and project management, it's always quite busy. So it was a perfect opportunity to actually take some time for me and actually rediscover myself and actually just be more confident. So like I think one of the things I said to Louis was, I'm quite an outgoing person. I would hate to go to a party now or even to a place that I didn't know a lot of people, because I would try and not disappear in the sidelines and not be noticed because of my weight. And then also standing up in front of my colleagues and doing presentations, which I needed to do. But I absolutely hated that. And even this is a big challenge for me.
I know.
You know, even though I'm sitting behind a computer, but it's like little things, you know, that you couldn't actually carry on with your life. Like things, I went paddleboarding the other day and I said to Louis, that is such a massive thing for me because it's doing things that I've always wanted to do and I'm ticking them off because I never thought I was able to do those things. So it's been a real big change, like from the inside out and outwards.
Yeah.
For me.
And I mentioned it last night, but we so often talk about the physical changes, which is obviously amazing, but we don't always mention the changes that happen, as you say, internally and emotionally and mentally through the one-on-one. And like Kerry last night saying that she has got Kerry back, you know, she is Kerry again. I get like a little bit emotional thinking about it because it's just so massive for people, and it's just it can change your life in so many ways, but you've just got to give yourself the opportunity to do it. And I often think especially women don't actually go ahead and do it because of the fear almost of failing, you know. So they're so worried that they're going to fail. We women are always so critical of ourselves. We're so worried that we're going to fail at something that we'd actually just half the time not even try, because it's easier to not do it than to try and potentially fail. And that comes down to confidence most of the time, as you say, because have the confidence in yourself that you're going to do this for you. You're investing in yourself. And what's the worst that can happen? Nothing. You can gain everything. And I think that's just so huge for you. Like you're doing stuff that you actually didn't think you could, literally that you could do. Confidence in the workplace, the fact that you are able to sit there and chat to me. I know that you were nervous about it, but and that you want people to listen and hear your story so that you can inspire them. And that's what women should be doing, is inspiring each other. And that's why you're a hero, because that is what a hero does. They inspire. And I think for me, I mean, you're just such a presence in the community, and you touch people's lives a lot more than you probably realize. And Gayle, what do you think was the big thing around what you were doing before the one-on-one, that changed when you were on the one-on-one, that got all those changes that brought all those changes about? Like, can you think of anything specific that you feel like was a lot more prevalent then that isn't now, or vice versa?
Well, I think I wasn't really active. So I think, and watching what I ate, I'm quite an emotional and stress eater. So that was always the thing. I'm never going to be able to do it.
Women are often are like that.
Yeah. And I think also society puts you in a box. So if you think, if you're overweight, you're never going to be able to be like those skinny people, which isn't the right thing to focus on. But a lot of us do. I know I focused on that. And you never think you're able to start. So I think that was the big thing for me. It's like, I'm never going to be able to get that. So my weight loss goal was 60 kilograms. So I think when you think of it in such a huge amount, you're like, I'm never going to get there.
Overwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm out.
I'm never going to get there. I'm going to start for a week. And I never found a program that actually stuck and that was sustainable. And I think, you start and then you're like, oh, I'm going to eat this, I'm going to eat that. And the stress, all the stress things and emotional eating, and then you just get off it. So I think with this was having the one-on-one coach was a big help for me, because I had that accountability and I didn't want to let myself down, but also I didn't want to let Louis down, because you guys give so much. The coaches give so much of themselves. So you also want to do it for them. Yeah. So I think that was the difference, like having someone there, but also having the help and analyzing, like, maybe don't have this, maybe don't have that, because you think you're eating all the right things, but you're not.
Crazy, hey?
Yeah. And then also the post this week that came out, like that, just that little bit extra. I'll just have a little bit, 10 grams. Yeah, 10 grams. You don't realize portions is quite important. And I think for me, mine was my portions. So just having that balanced meal. I think my first week was probably the worst week ever. I think I said to Louis, I feel like I'm going to die. I've got a headache. I feel like I'm going to throw up. But I think it's just your body just going and shows you. But then after a week, it was fun.
Yeah, it's got I mean, you it's just different. It's a change. So your body is a bit like going into shock mode. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm used to having a lot more than what you've just given me. So hang on here.
Yeah. And what exercise are you putting me through?
Yeah. Are you joking? 45 minutes, please. It's crazy. And I think that's also what's so important, is that we need to see this as an investment for ourselves, because ultimately, what do we all want? We want longevity and we want health. I mean, that's all genuinely, I think, what we really want is be happy. And I think that's what the one-on-one does really well. And especially if you've got a really beautiful connection with your coach, which you obviously did with Louis, because there's you can be really honest with each other. You know that he's going to cuck on you if you are not doing what you need to do, which we need sometimes. Because Louis and the other coaches, they are your coach. They are there to keep you in line, to motivate you, to push you, to challenge you, to call you out when maybe you are going off the radar, because we all need that. We all need boundaries. And sometimes it's difficult to kind of say that and to acknowledge it and to have those boundaries. But if the boundaries are not there, you're not going to learn, and you're not going to it's not going to be sustainable. And what you said then now is that it's now sticking, it's now a habit, and now you're carrying on, and you're still feeling amazing, and you're still looking amazing, and you're still feeling energized, and you're going from strength to strength, and it's still almost like the start of your journey. And that's what's so exciting. It's the start of like a whole new life for you. Which is just so powerful. And it's just because you made that decision to take the step with Louis, invested in yourself, and put yourself first, because I'm assuming that you weren't great at doing that.
No, I'm quite a person that puts everyone else forward. Like I'm always concentrating on others. I'm always inspiring others, or like encouraging them and being their cheerleader, but then I don't use it for myself. So I think one of the biggest things now is I'm actually practicing what I preach. So I love that. You can do this. And then I'm like, well, actually, Gayle, you can also do this.
Yeah.
So it's having that mind shift, and also not comparing. I think that was the biggest thing. My first 2 weeks, I would be like, oh, my heart rate's not like everyone else's, and this and that. And, I had like little mini meltdowns with Louis, and he's like, it doesn't matter. You're not the same as everyone else. So it's just understanding and not comparing. I think that's the biggest thing. But now, like I said, like understanding that habit loop and your craving loop and stuff like that, and just like going, okay, that is how I'm going to go there. If I have that, you know, too much chocolate, you're allowed to have it. But if you have too much, it might trigger my habit loop that I had before.
Yeah.
So it's just understanding that.
It's so true though what you said, Gayle, about the comparison thing, because comparison is the thief of joy, because we compare ourselves, women in particular, compare ourselves to everybody else all the time. And it is not about anybody else. It's not anyone else's journey. It's you are not the same as anyone else. I've spoken about it before in my body dysmorphia and my orthorexia, Jeff Ed, that we have some people will save like a picture of some human being on the back of it from their wallpaper, and that's their motivation, and that's what they're aspiring to be like. No, aspire to be the best version of you. You compare yourself to yourself, because you're going to set yourself up to fail if you do that. And I think that's really key. And I know in a community it's easy to fall into the trap of comparisons. We can't do it because it will eat you. So, and that's so awesome that you had Louis there, because Louis would have smacked a little bit of sense into you and gone, pull it back. You're not going to do that. This is about you. Focus on yourself. That's all you can do. And I think that's the other thing is we need a coach. We need someone who's in your corner, who's going to tell you what's right and wrong, and it's going to support you and get you through. I mean, do you feel like you could have done it without Louis? I think that's probably a great question.
Probably not, because I was on another one, which is quite well known, the Body Coach, which is also an amazing program, but you don't have that accountability and you don't have that coach. And I was on that. And the first time I did it, I probably lost, 8 kilograms in a month, but then I didn't carry on. Yeah. Where this is actually stuck. And I think having that person there, but also having like the community, I think that's also helped. Like the Louis legends, but also some of the other UK legends, just keeping you when you're having that day. And like, I'm not going to say it's been easy all the time. There's been times I'm going, I actually can't do it, or you eat a bit more and I'm just going to eat what I want. Like, but then you do get back on it. And I think that's another thing. I haven't let it just go and just fall away. And you have those people that keep you on track. Yeah. So it's just forming those friendships. Like, you can do it. And when they're having a low moment, you might be having a high moment. So you just complement each other.
And it's all about, like, and I said it last night, Jeff is about connection. This community was built off connection, and it continues to grow and survive because of connection. Whether you are on the one-on-one, Jeff Life, a challenge, your accountability groups, the support, it's all connection. And if you've got that connection there, it's like that feeling of you feel like you can tackle anything.
Yes.
I've been this earlier in the year, went through quite a big thing in my own personal life, and it was really hard, and it's still really hard. But with the community and the connection that I have for the people I work with, and the broader community, like you guys, the clients, I genuinely don't think I would have gotten through it without that. And that's not just me saying that for the sake of it. That is genuinely my truth, that I feel like I wouldn't have got through it without Jeff. And it's the same thing on the one-on-one. You feel like the days that you're not going to get through, and that's also okay. Like, it's okay to feel like you're not going to get through, and that it's an average day, and that you actually did that quite badly, and your training was great. That's life. Yeah. But it's about the fact that you're going to carry on, that you've got someone in your corner connecting. But it's just so epic, Gayle, that you have done this for yourself, and that you are flipping so inspiring, and that you are, I mean, what the heck? Can we just have a moment to look at those pictures? And I know that's not even the most recent ones you were saying, but like, I mean, it's like a different person. I mean, as you say, you must look at that and just go, I mean, is that me? I'd be so proud of yourself.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. I still can't believe I've actually done it. I do look at those and I'm like, what? Like, but like I said, I think the mental and emotional has been so huge as well. Not just the physical. It's just, you know, walking into a shop and just being able to just choose something off the shelf instead of going, I have to go to the back to get they don't have that size, or, you know, just going to the beach and putting on a costume without feeling, you know, like you can feel pretty, like, I know it's not all bad, but you can feel pretty, you know, little things, like you feel like you've lost that. But I think one of the biggest things was some friends went, you look like you're glowing and your skin looks better. And I was like, what? But then when I look at some of the photos, I go, I look unhealthy, you know? So it's just like, so I didn't think that came from like friends, and it came from the inside out, that like you just look happier. You just, you know, you feel happier.
You nourish from you go within out. You have to nourish from within. And when you do that, everything changes. Your complexion, how you're sleeping, your energy levels, like libido, like, you know, all of these things. But it is the truth, and it does have an impact on all of that. Your mood, how you interact with people. Are you a better friend? Are you a better partner? I know when I was going through and have been through my dark spaces, I just shut people out. I was just not interested, like not going to happen. And I'd have the wrong focuses and totally lose touch with people. And that's all it's all part of the same thing, because you're not actually taking care of yourself. And it's I mean, I actually almost don't have words. It's just so unbelievable. And do you feel like in a way that you'd wished you'd started with Louis earlier? I wondered if you'd had, I mean, you basically started close to the beginning of Jeff, so couldn't really have done that. But I always think of people who are thinking about it but a little bit nervous. And I was
one of those people.
Okay.
So a friend of mine, Cindy, actually put me on to Jeff. And she said, oh, have you heard about this fitness thing? And I think she spoke to me in March, obviously when you guys had first started. And I was like, no, man, I'm doing this body coach. I'm not going to do this. And then I think I saw her about 2 months later, or we did, and I could just see her glowing. And I was like, no, I'm still doing this. I can't. And then Coach Katie arranged the call with me. And I spoke to her and I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I just took the plunge. And then after the first month, I was like, why didn't I just do this 3 months ago? You know what I mean? You know, you just
yes.
And then, another friend of mine, Nadia, she was on the body coach with me. And I went, you need to change. So she came onto it straight away after that. And I went, and we just found, and she's also with Louis. And we've just loved it, you know, and we've seen better results. But we've got other goals. I've still got my weight loss goals, but there's other goals that now I focus on, like getting fitter, you know, getting back to run, because I've had this like goal. I've got a space in the London Marathon, which I need to try and train for. So, you know, you just like, Louis, I need to get there, but I would have never done that on the weight. But now, like, you know, I'm running a little bit, and we'll see. I'm going to listen to my body.
Yeah,
but
no, I think it's incredible. But that is so inspiring. I mean, it's like insane that you just said that you're going to do that. It's like mind blowing.
Yeah, I don't know how, but I'm going to.
Go, girl. Do you? And flipping, you will smash that thing. I have absolutely 100% confidence in you. It's ridiculous. It's unbelievable. Gayle, what I was going to say as well is, I don't know what I was going to say now. I've just gone totally. Oh, so now is Cindy someone for you? I think my AirPods might die, but it's fine. I'm going to carry on. Is Cindy for you, or is there someone in the community that you feel was heroic in your mind and inspired you to kind of do it, or now is there someone that you feel that is a heroic woman in your own life?
I think there's so many. I don't think I can actually pinpoint, because I think there's so many different stories, and so many people have different strengths that you can, you know, like I think Darlene was one of the ones in my one-on-one group that was amazing. So I looked up to her. Then there's Karen, you know, Sharon Hurst, and quite a few people like Amy. Even Amy is amazing. Like just seeing her on our UK group, you know, and then as well as the
Incredible.
coaches, like I think you just look up and go, I can do it. But I think one of the first people I thought of when I started was Stefan. I know he's not a woman, but he was like,
Cool.
okay, you can do it. Because you always, like I said earlier, when you're really overweight, you don't think we can get to what the people that you're seeing online. And then you start realizing I can do it. And I think that's one thing I can say is like, just take that step and take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
And then you never know where you're going to land up.
Yeah. And I think, and it seems unattainable. Yeah. And I think if you're focusing on that so much, like you said at the beginning, for you to look and go, I want to lose 60 kilograms, you probably, if you were on your own, would have maybe lost a few in the beginning, and then would have been like, I'm out, because it's too big a goal. And I think that's what's really important as well about the one-on-one and having the coach, is that it might seem unattainable, but you have to break it down. It's got to be bite-sized chunks. And that the same applies no matter what your goal is. And what I loved as well, what you said now about the marathon, that's what I actually forgot to say, is that you've now chatted with Louis about what else is next for you. Like, what are your other goals outside of just wanting to lose the weight? And I think that's crucial, because our goals are always shifting and always changing, because our life changes and we have different interests and we have different desires and we have different hopes, and we've got whatever it is. And you need someone there to guide you through that, because it can be a little bit like, okay, especially if you actually have hit a weight goal, you go, now what? No. It's not all about the weight. What else do you want to do? What else do you want to be or feel? Or, you know, there's just so much, but you need someone walking that journey with you. And you're just such a testament to that. You a year down the line, and I think, I mean, if you are smashing your goals still a year down the line and setting new ones that you never thought that you would be able to do initially, I mean, that is life-changing. I mean, you have got your life back. Like, I feel like for you, that would be a great caption. Like, I've got my life back.
Yeah, and I definitely have. Like, I just feel so much better. And I enjoy exercise. I think that's also the big thing. Like, before it used to be a chore, where now it's an enjoyment. Like, I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, there are days where I go, oh my goodness, if they tell me to do another set of mountain climbers,
I'm not saying it
in my program, I'm sure our neighbors have heard a few swear words when we've been doing it.
I know. I often say to people, I know you're swearing at me in this workout, but you're gonna keep going. And you need to do that. But it's so true that as well, Gayle, because as women, we so often, I find it so sad when women train to punish themselves, almost like you're training, you're exercising because you're punishing yourself for eating, for example. Like the amount of posts I'll see out there and going, oh, I had a pizza last night, so I'm going to go and run for 3 hours the next morning. No, like that is not healthy. You are exercising to look after yourself and to look after your body and your mind, and that should really be the focus. You're not actually exercising to punish yourself. And if you are in that frame of mind, then you need to think about having a coach and talking through that and understanding that's probably not the right way to think about things. And now that you're saying you're enjoying exercise, I mean, that's epic. I mean, it's just like game changer.
Like, I want to get up and I want to do stuff. Yeah.
And then you energize and you've got this zest for life that you feel like you can just do whatever you set your mind to. It's just, I mean, I'm trying to see if I haven't even looked at if there are any questions I've missed.
I think what's also one of the things I think Louis said to me was, you'll never out-train a bad eating day. So I just think that's amazing. We always think, oh, we're going to be able to work it off. We're going to be able to work it off. And you're never going to. Like you say, there's no point in punishing ourselves. And just doing
punishment is just, and we punish ourselves often. Emotionally, mentally, we beat ourselves up, we tear ourselves down. You know, it's just, it doesn't need to be like that. Like, there's so much more to life and to us as people that we need to focus on. And it can literally start making a decision that you're going to do something for yourself. And I think probably for you, exactly what you did. You made that decision that you're going to look after yourself and You're going to take it one day at a time, and you're going to trust Louis, and you're going to give this everything you have. And a year later, you are now going to do a marathon. Like, what the heck, girl?
Yeah. And I think also what's important is actually trusting. Like, so even if you're on Jeff Life or, you know, with a coach or anything, it's trusting. I know they keep saying trusting the process. So it is trusting their process. There are times where I go, oh, it's not working, I'm not doing things. But Louis is never afraid to change it up.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes I don't like it when he changes it up. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, just trust me. And then I'm like, fine, I will. But he's like, now we've changed my program a little bit because I've hit a bit of a plateau, or, you know what I mean? So he's gone, let's go right back to lower impact. And I was like, no, I was just on high impact. I've worked all this time to get to high impact. Now I'm going back down, but it's actually working. You know what I mean? And he's like, let's do it in 4 weeks. So I think that that I find amazing also about the program is that the coaches listen and they take on board and they test things.
Yeah.
Like, let's do it. If not, we go back, we do it. And I think that's probably why I've also stayed on the one-on-one. I've still got quite a lot to go for me, but also maybe not as much as what I wanted. Because when I had lost before, my lowest had been 60 kilograms from where I was. But I'm wearing a similar size to what I was from 20 kilograms still to go. So my shape changes very different.
I was going to say,
to what I was before. So, and I don't want to be unhealthy.
No, so and that's why the goals always change. Yeah. That's why it's so important. Yeah, it's not always just about the scale. It's about how you're feeling. That's the big thing. Yeah. How do you feel every single day? And are you healthy? And is this sustainable? And are you living a balanced life? There's nobody on the planet that wants to live on a diet, first of all, or doing 40 hours of cardio a week. No, thank you. You want to live a life that you are balanced, that you're happy, you can enjoy whatever you want, but just in moderation and in a way that you feel so good. I mean, I know if I train the way I feel, that is my therapy. The endorphins I get, it gets me through when I'm having a really low moment. It's my little piece of just, it's just me. It's just for me. And that's what I really want everyone to know. Do this for you, not for anybody else. Just do it for you. And look at someone like Gayle, who is so inspiring and who is a hero to so many of us. You know, you've got such an incredible opportunity to do something for yourself. And I just want as many people to do it as possible, because I want them to get their life back. Like I want people to feel like you feel, Gayle. That's why I get so excited about it. I really want people to know that they can feel like you feel.
Yeah, and you can. It's quite hard to explain how you feel. You know what I mean? Like, I think because I'm quite, when I tell people how I feel now, they're like, oh, but you seem fine. You know what I mean? You seemed happy. You seemed this. And I was, don't get me wrong. But deep down, you really, the true feelings, like you do hide it a lot, you know?
Yeah.
But
just bury it.
Yeah. And that's, just like you say, it's inside out. Like my smile now meets my eyes. You know what I mean? Like you just really do feel it. And nothing isn't, I don't feel like anything's impossible anymore. Like I can do it. Oh. If I could do a full push-up, which I've been wanting to do for ages, anyone can do a full push-up. You know what I mean? It's like little wins. Like for me, it was a full push-up, you know, like it wasn't like you said, it's not always about the weight. It's like, I want to be able to go on an hour run and not feel like I can't breathe, which I did when I first started running. I was like, the people around me must feel, what is happening to this lady? You know what I mean? Now I'm like, I feel like one of those fairies running. Like I can actually, you know, they don't hear me coming from a mile away. Or, you know, little things like sitting, like even a little thing for me, sitting on a chair was a big fear for me because I thought I was going to break the chair. So it's amazing how your mind, but now I'm like, oh, I can just sit on that one without feeling, you know what I mean? It's just little things. Yeah.
It has this ripple effect into your whole life. And the big piece there is the mental and emotional one, because the confidence that you gain, the self-doubt starts to go. And all of that just has this incredibly positive impact on every aspect of your life. And it's just, it's so attainable. We just don't we just don't think it is, because we lack the confidence and belief that we can do that. And that's why if you've got a coach, that's what part of what they do is to help you to see that and to understand that. And I just, the fact that you say that you feel that you can do anything is just, it's what it's all about. I mean, whether it's someone, you know, celebrating that you did 30 seconds of mountain climbs without stopping, like that's epic. That's what it's about. Not, oh my word, I've lost 500 grams in the last 3 days. No.
Yeah.
Get off that. Get onto the how do you feel train. And that's what I can, for me, see in you is kind of starting to really understand what really matters and what really is making you happy. And it's not necessarily just what's happened on the scale, it's what's happened everywhere else for you.
It's just, and I'm just the extra 10 seconds on an exercise, like when you move from the 30 to the 40 to the 50, that's just like amazing. Like you like, and you start counting like how many times you have to reset or something, and then next time I didn't have to reset. You know what I mean? It's just, and it's a choice. I think that's also the thing. It's a choice every day. You can either go for it and give everything you've got, or you can think you can't do it. So like there were days like I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I don't feel like exercise. But I had my gym kit on, and then I was standing there waiting for the video to start or something. And I'm like, actually, it's your mind. You are doing it. Stop saying you can't do it. So,
and also, just for everyone here as well, like as instructors, whatever, and you know, obviously, I love training and stuff. There are days that I don't want to do it, and I don't, and then I do it, and then I'm like, thank goodness, because I now feel so much better. It might have not been the most amazing workout of my life, but I got it done. I was proud of myself, and I feel better for it. And it's just, it's a choice. And again, there might be days that you don't do anything, and that's also okay. But it's a choice every day to put yourself first. And I think that's what's really crucial. You have to make the decision, the conscious decision, that you're going to put yourself first. And there's just the opportunity for your life to change is so exciting and so inspiring. And you are ridiculous. I mean, I know I've been talking for a long time. I love to chat. But Gayle, you are genuinely a hero. You really, really are. Thank you for chatting with us. I mean, there's so many. I mean, you must go back and look at all these comments because there's just so many comments. And yeah, team, just a reminder, please, like pick someone that is really heroic for you. Put it into Jeff together. Say why that woman is heroic in your life. Maybe we can inspire someone else to change their life like Gayle has. And that's what I want. I want everyone to feel what Gayle feels. And I'm sure Gayle wants exactly the same thing. So
definitely.
Oh, Gayle, I'm so excited. Please let me know about the marathon. I need to know. I want to like watch it or something. You are incredible. Thank you for joining.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for inviting me. And just, it's an amazing community. And again, thank you to the coaches. Like you say, we get up and you put us through it. So that's amazing. You keep us going.
We love it.
All of you.
You fill our cups. You guys really do. You give us the energy. It's amazing. So thank you, Gayle. Sending lots of love all the way in the UK. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Looking reading all the posts, it makes me get very emotional, but I love reading it. It's so awesome. Have a beautiful rest of the day, and remember, Jules is announcing the winner tomorrow at 7 o'clock. But otherwise, have a beautiful rest of your day. Thanks, Gayle. Lots of love. Bye guys.
Bye, guys.